Flickering lights in an apartment can be caused by several factors. Firstly, faulty wiring is a common culprit. Loose connections, damaged wires, or overloaded circuits can interrupt the electrical flow, leading to flickering. It's essential to check all visible wiring for any signs of damage or loose connections. Secondly, voltage fluctuations can play a significant role. Power surges or brownouts can cause lights to flicker or dim. These fluctuations can be due to issues with the power grid or problems within the building's electrical system. Thirdly, light bulb issues are a frequent cause. Loose or faulty light bulbs can create intermittent lighting. Ensure that all bulbs are properly screwed in and in good working condition. Fourthly, switch problems can contribute to flickering. Faulty light switches or dimmers can interrupt the electrical flow. Try replacing the switch to see if the problem is resolved. Fifthly, appliance interference can cause voltage fluctuations. High-power appliances, such as air conditioners or refrigerators, draw a lot of current, which can lead to flickering. Try to avoid running multiple high-power appliances at the same time. Sixthly, electrical panels or breakers can be responsible. Overloaded electrical panels or trip breakers can limit the power supply, resulting in flickering lights. Make sure the electrical panel is not overloaded and that all breakers are functioning correctly. Seventhly, capacitors in fluorescent lighting fixtures can fail. Faulty or failing capacitors can cause flickering or erratic lighting. Replacing the capacitor may resolve the issue. Eighthly, incompatible dimmers can cause flickering. Dimmers that are not designed for the type of light bulb used can lead to flickering. Use dimmers that are compatible with the light bulbs being used. Ninthly, bad ballasts in fluorescent lights can cause flickering. Ballasts regulate the flow of electricity to fluorescent bulbs and can fail, causing the lights to flicker or go out completely. Replacing the ballast may solve the problem. Lastly, although it may sound like flickering, faulty or low battery carbon monoxide detectors can emit a buzzing sound. Ensure that your carbon monoxide detectors are functioning properly and have sufficient battery power. To elaborate on faulty wiring, it's crucial to understand the types of issues that can arise. Loose connections are a common problem where wires are not securely attached to terminals, outlets, or switches. This can cause intermittent electrical flow and flickering lights. Damaged wires, such as frayed or exposed conductors, can also lead to flickering. These wires can create short circuits or ground faults, which disrupt the electrical supply. Overloaded circuits occur when too many devices are drawing power from a single circuit. This can cause the circuit breaker to trip, or the lights to flicker as the circuit struggles to supply enough power. When addressing voltage fluctuations, it's important to consider the source of the problem. Power surges are sudden increases in voltage, which can be caused by lightning strikes, power grid issues, or faulty equipment. Brownouts are temporary drops in voltage, which can occur during periods of high demand on the power grid. Both surges and brownouts can cause lights to flicker or dim. Checking light bulbs is a simple but often overlooked step. Make sure the bulbs are properly screwed in, as loose bulbs can cause flickering. Also, inspect the bulbs for any signs of damage, such as cracks or blackening. If a bulb is nearing the end of its lifespan, it may start to flicker before it burns out completely. Switch problems can manifest in various ways. The switch may feel loose or sticky, or it may not make a solid connection when turned on or off. Replacing the switch is a relatively simple task that can often resolve flickering light issues. Appliance interference is more common in older buildings with limited electrical capacity. When high-power appliances draw a lot of current, they can cause a voltage drop on the circuit, leading to flickering lights. To minimize appliance interference, try to avoid running multiple high-power appliances at the same time. For example, avoid running the air conditioner, microwave, and hairdryer simultaneously. Electrical panels and breakers are the heart of the electrical system. Overloaded electrical panels occur when the total current draw of all the circuits exceeds the panel's capacity. Trip breakers are designed to protect the electrical system from overloads and short circuits. If a breaker trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the circuit or the appliances connected to it. Capacitors in fluorescent lighting fixtures are responsible for storing and releasing electrical energy to start and maintain the arc in the bulb. When a capacitor fails, it can cause the bulb to flicker or not light up at all. Replacing the capacitor is a relatively inexpensive repair that can restore proper lighting function. Dimmers control the brightness of lights by reducing the voltage supplied to the bulb. However, not all dimmers are compatible with all types of light bulbs. Using an incompatible dimmer can cause flickering, buzzing, or premature bulb failure. Make sure to use dimmers that are specifically designed for the type of light bulbs being used, such as LED or incandescent. Ballasts in fluorescent lights regulate the flow of electricity to the bulb. When a ballast fails, it can cause the bulb to flicker, buzz, or go out completely. Replacing the ballast is a more complex repair that may require the assistance of a qualified electrician. Finally, while it might sound like flickering, a buzzing sound can sometimes be mistaken for it. This buzzing can be caused by a faulty or low battery carbon monoxide detector. Ensure that the detector is functioning properly and has sufficient battery power. Regular testing and maintenance of carbon monoxide detectors are essential for safety. Now, let's delve deeper into the specifics of each potential cause. When inspecting wiring, look for several key indicators of problems. Charred or melted insulation is a clear sign of overheating, which can be caused by loose connections or overloaded circuits. Frayed or cracked insulation can expose the bare wires, creating a risk of short circuits or electric shock. Additionally, listen for any buzzing or crackling sounds coming from outlets or switches, as this can indicate loose connections or arcing. If you observe any of these signs, it's crucial to have the wiring inspected and prepared by a qualified electrician. When dealing with voltage fluctuations, it's helpful to monitor the voltage levels in your apartment. A multimeter can be used to measure the voltage at different outlets and appliances. The normal voltage for standard outlets is typically between 110 volts and 120 volts. If the voltage consistently fluctuates outside of this range, it may indicate a problem with the power supply. To mitigate the effects of voltage fluctuations, consider using surge protectors on sensitive electronic devices. Surge protectors can help to protect your devices from damage caused by power surges. When troubleshooting light bulb issues, start by checking the bulb's wattage rating. Using a bulb with a wattage rating that is too high for the fixture can cause overheating and flickering. Also, make sure the bulb is compatible with the type of fixture being used. For example, some fixtures are designed for incandescent bulbs only, while others can accommodate LED or compact fluorescent bulbs. If you suspect a switch problem, try testing the switch with a multimeter. A multimeter can be used to check the continuity of the switch. If the switch does not have continuity when it is in the on position, it may be faulty and need to be replaced. Additionally, check the switch for any signs of damage, such as cracks or loose connections. To minimize appliance interference, consider using energy-efficient appliances. Energy-efficient appliances draw less current, which can help to reduce the strain on the electrical system. Also, try to distribute high-power appliances across different circuits to avoid overloading any single circuit. When dealing with electrical panels and breakers, it's important to understand the capacity of your electrical system. The electrical panel should have a label indicating the maximum amperage rating. Each circuit breaker is designed to protect a specific circuit from overloads. If a breaker trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the circuit or the appliances connected to it. Do not attempt to replace or repair circuit breakers yourself, as this can be dangerous. Contact a qualified electrician for assistance. When troubleshooting capacitor issues in fluorescent lighting fixtures, start by visually inspecting the capacitor. Look for any signs of damage, such as bulging or leaking. If the capacitor appears to be damaged, it should be replaced. Replacing a capacitor requires some electrical knowledge and skill, so it's best to consult with a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable doing it yourself. When selecting dimmers, make sure to choose dimmers that are compatible with the type of light bulbs being used. LED dimmers are specifically designed for use with LED bulbs, and they have different electrical characteristics than incandescent dimmers. Using the wrong type of dimmer can cause flickering, buzzing, or premature bulb failure. When dealing with ballast issues in fluorescent lights, it's important to identify the type of ballast being used. There are two main types of ballast: magnetic and electronic. Electronic ballasts are more energy efficient and tend to last longer than magnetic ballasts. When replacing a ballast, make sure to choose a ballast that is compatible with the type of fluorescent bulb being used. Finally, it's essential to maintain carbon monoxide detectors to ensure they are functioning properly. Test the detectors regularly and replace the batteries at least once a year. Carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas that can be deadly, so it's crucial to have working carbon monoxide detectors in your home. In addition to the above, other factors can contribute to flickering lights. Loose wiring in the building's electrical system outside of your apartment can cause widespread flickering. Problems with the local power grid, such as voltage fluctuations or equipment failures, can also affect the electrical supply to your apartment. In some cases, flickering lights may be a sign of a more serious electrical problem, such as a ground fault or a short circuit. If you are unable to resolve the flickering light issue yourself, or if you suspect a more serious electrical problem, it's important to contact a qualified electrician for assistance. An electrician can diagnose the problem and make the necessary repairs to ensure the safety of your electrical system. Remember that working with electricity can be dangerous, so always take precautions to avoid electric shock. Turn off the power to the circuit before working on any electrical components, and use insulated tools. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it's best to leave the repairs to a qualified electrician. By following these steps, you can diagnose and address many common causes of flickering lights in your apartment. However, it's important to prioritize safety and seek professional assistance when needed. Understanding the common reasons for flickering lights can empower you to take proactive steps to address the issue and maintain a safe and comfortable living environment. Remember, regular maintenance and inspections of your electrical system can help to prevent problems and ensure the safe and reliable operation of your lights and appliances.